Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Thursday, October 19th, 2023. Welcome to day 1003. Donald Trump's co-defendant, Sidney Powell, pleaded guilty in the Georgia election subversion case one day before her trial was set to begin. Powell is a former member of Trump's legal team and was sentenced to 6 years of probation for conspiracy to commit intentional interference with the performance of election duties. As part of the deal, Powell agreed to testify truthfully against any of the 17 remaining defendants, as well as write an apology letter to the citizens of Georgia, pay nearly $9,000 in restitution and fines, and turn over any documents in her possession related to the case. Powell is the second of Trump's 18 co-defendants in the racketeering case to plead guilty. Scott Hall, a bail bondsman, also pleaded guilty to 5 misdemeanor charges related to a voting system breach in Coffee County in early 2021. Meanwhile, Jim Jordan told House Republicans he would suspend his bid to become Speaker after 2 failed attempts, but then hours later reversed course, saying he was still running for Speaker after a plan he endorsed to empower a temporary Speaker collapsed. Jordan said he plans to try for a third round of votes later today. The proposal would have allowed Representative Patrick McHenry to reopen the House after being closed for 16 days, allowing Republicans to address government spending and aid for Israel and Ukraine. 20 Republicans voted against Jordan in the first ballot, followed by 22 against him in the second ballot. Several House Republicans who voted against Jordan for Speaker have also said that they've been threatened or harassed as a result of a pressure campaign by Jordan's allies, including one lawmaker who said they've received a credible death threat. Moving on, Joe Biden will address the nation on the U.S. response to the Hamas terror attacks Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The speech from the Oval Office will come a day after Biden's visit to Israel, which was followed by blunt negotiations with Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to open the gates to the Rafah border crossing and allow up to 20 trucks with humanitarian aid to go through. Biden said, "I came to get something done. I got it done." More than 1 million people, nearly half of the population of Gaza, has been displaced following Israel's warning that residents of northern Gaza evacuate on very short notice. The Israeli defense minister told troops to get organized, be ready, and said that they would soon see Gaza from within, while another Israeli major general in charge of the Israeli Defense Forces Southern Command added that a ground invasion of Gaza is going to be difficult, it's going to be long, it's going to be intense. The Pentagon, meanwhile, says it plans to send Israel tens of thousands of 155mm artillery shells from U.S. emergency stocks, which had been designated for Ukraine. Biden is expected to ask Congress for another $100 billion for Israel, Ukraine, Taiwan, and the U.S.-Mexico border in the coming days. And the State Department issued a worldwide caution alert citing the potential for terrorist attacks, demonstrations, or violent actions against U.S. citizens and interests due to the tensions in the Middle East over the unfolding Israel-Hamas war. And finally, U.S. mortgage rates climbed to 8%, a level last seen in the year 2000, causing demand for home loans to drop to the lowest level since 1995. The slowing housing market is a direct result of the Federal Reserve's effort to curb inflation and cool the economy by raising its benchmark interest rate to a 22-year high, within 5.25 to 5.5%, all over the past 19 months. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, meanwhile, suggested that the central bank will skip a rate increase for the second meeting in a row. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.